This charity holds millions of dollars in trust on behalf of Australians who've prepaid their funerals. And it's all at risk, mired in legal proceedings and a consumer protection investigation. Susan Burns signed up for Retirees WA's Lease for Life program at one of the charity's villages 13 years ago.
There was a resident in here who unfortunately has since died, and he was really concerned about the funeral fund. A lot of people got told, don't leave your money in the funeral fund.
Margaret Thomas is the Mayor of Kalamunda. In 2005, she joined Retirees WA as its Chief Financial Officer. That year, millions of dollars started flowing from the charity's funeral fund into a company directed by her husband, Frank Pinner. $1.6 million in 2005, $2.8 million the next, all with board approval. Retirees WA also loaned almost $2 million to Mr Pinner's company to buy a property in Perth. The charity then paid to lease part of it back as an office space. When the property was sold a decade later, the company made a $1.2 million profit. Retirees WA's financial reports don't show any record of that profit going back to the charity. Experts say it's uncommon for a charity and a for-profit company to engage in these types of transactions where such a relationship exists.
What we're really worried about are things like, has someone then extracted private benefit as a result of that value shift? Or is the value shift linked to some sort of breach of fiduciary duties, failing to address conflict of interest?
The ABC is not suggesting any wrongdoing by Margaret Thomas or Frank Pinner. In response to detailed questions, lawyers representing both Ms Thomas and Mr Pinner said the questions relate to matters before the court, are based on numerous factual inaccuracies and imply a number of imputations which are false. They refused to clarify what the inaccuracies are. Margaret Thomas stepped away from her roles at Retirees WA in 2024. Henrietta Dessar, the charity's former funeral fund manager, has taken the helm. She denies having any involvement in the decisions and is fighting to untangle the charity from its financial web.
We realised that there were a lot of things that our policies and procedures need to be changed because they were not up to date. I think Retirees WA is very solvent and there's no worry. There are legal proceedings in place and the Retirees WA does have a plan.
The charity is suing its former CEO's husband, Frank Pinner, and two of his companies over what it claims is a default on two loans totalling $3 million. Mr Pinner denies the allegations.
RWA have actually got to do several things to claw money back into the organisation. What absolutely amazes me, I find it utterly bewildering that they were allowed to do this for years.
WA's consumer watchdog is now undertaking a highly complex investigation into the governance of Retirees WA as its members wait for answers. Case in Ho, ABC News.